back, everybody. See, I told you it'd be a quick break. It seems like that people are already in the game, too, so we might actually be able to start up again. We'll see.
Well, not to make fun, but when it's a quick game, you can do with just a quick break.
Got that right. Any users. So, I'm kind of curious to see what they do here. Are they going to get rid of the Nocturne? Are they going to get rid of the Sona? Are they going to get rid of Kaisa? Maybe Kaisa, I don't know. I would say Nocturne was kind of a thorn in their sides a little bit. They were able to deal with him pretty easily whenever he decided to be overexerted. But, I don't know.
I mean, for me, it wasn't really necessarily Option 12's composition that was that threatening. It was good. I mean, they used it correctly with Prowler diving and Graveyard Devotion split pushing. But it was more so just tactical errors and outplays, I think, that decided that game. I wouldn't say that it was really anything to do with champion select.
Yeah.
So, on the side of Gale Force, I mean, taking away Prowler's Nocturne is certainly, not a bad idea. It is, I think, his best jungler. I know he likes to Cho'Gath as well, but I personally think that Nocturne is his best. Especially Option 12 when they get ahead like that. Prowler's global presence with the Nocturne, his ability to initiate fights from anywhere. They really know how to use that tool well.
Right. And there's the Iceberg ban. That was my other idea.
Yeah, Lysimachus certainly playing the Anivia well in that first game. If I recall, only even got the egg popped once.
Right. And I do have to agree with looking at the chat. Arcane Soda, getting rid of Kaisa is, well, now that Kaisa's banned, it really doesn't matter, but still not really worth the ban because Ace has a lot of champs, and dang it, Sig. Even when you're not here, you're able to beat me to my jokes. Fill the void, Kaisa. Yeah.
Nah.
Son of a... Any users.
So the first pick Nocturne, so Option 12 absolutely prioritizing that after it was not banned away.
Got that right. Might as well fix what ain't... Not fix what ain't broken.
Presumably for Fat Jackalope down in the bottom lane.
Arcane, you might have said the joke, but Sig got the punchline with the LOL. I'm just saying. Also hearing Sig, just in my brain, hearing Sig say it just is more hilarious. I don't know why. Sorry, folks. Probably should focus on the game.
So Lux picked up for Shaken once again. And Prowler hovering the Shen. So Option 12, they look, as you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So far, everything looks the same on their side. Won't be able to pick up Anivia again, but Lysimachus will maybe switch to something like the Orianna. Provides, wave clear. Oh, the Victor. Okay, so there's the wave clear as well.
Victor. Oh, come on, go back to Victor. I miss you. Going for the Karma. Probably for Ash away. Maybe? No? Wait, no,
I
no.
have seen Lysimachus play that in the mid lane. The first game I ever cast in LCUS, actually, Lysimachus.
Yeah, it's for Lysimachus.
So certainly a comfortable champion for him there. And with the shields and the speed, that enables Prowler on that Nocturne to be even more aggressive. And a Rengar. Come out in the jungle on the side of Gale Force. So, we have a couple spooky, scary hunters in the jungle this game.
Heck yeah. Would not want to be caught in a dark alley by either this big deformed cat or this big ghostly ghoul.
So in the second round of bans now, once again the Jinx ban. So Gale Force clearly do not want Ace to be throwing out rockets and getting resets.
Yeah, I got that right. Really? Yeah. Kaisa and... Oh my god, you just said her name and I just went one ear, one out the other. Oh boy, Jinx. Jinx and Kaisa, it's going to be interesting to see what he pulls out for this.
I wouldn't be surprised to see perhaps a Varus. Ace has been playing a good amount of Varus in recent weeks.
Yep. get rid of the Zoe. Just
Interesting ban from Gale Force there, with the mid laner presumably picked already. Maybe they think the Karma is going bottom lane as well.
you just have to fear Zoe from Lizmakis. No one likes ping pong paddles from Liz. Imakis.
So one more ban to come out of option 12 here. If you're just now joining us, we are in game 2 already of set 1. Here, option 12 taking game 1 very decisively in 26 minutes. Got a lead early, never looked back. Gale Force didn't take away too much of their composition from game 1. Took away the Kaisa and the Anivia, but the Shen and Nocturne, which I feel are the most instrumental parts of what option 12 were able to do in that last game. Back again for game 2. Fat Jackalope waiting to pick up his champion, and oh no. Is that a... okay. Stelio gonna be on Tryndamere in the top lane, presumably.
Eh? Alright. I can dig it.
I honestly can say this is the first Tryndamere I personally have seen in the LCUS.
I think.
So, and something happened.
You guys made us see the back. It looks like somebody left.
Yeah, looks like disconnect. Oh, a crash. Stelio saying there was a crash.
I've told our managers that we need to get that Alienware sellout through the books here. Come on. Get something for these guys.
So it looks like we'll hopefully just get a quick remake here. We'll pick everything up to that point very quickly.
Yeah. As in old LCUS fashion, we'll just pick everything and ban everything right away. No twiddly-dee-da-dee-dees. We'll just go through it. It looks like Fat Jackalope is back. Oh my god, guys. Stop messaging. Of course we're ready. Hey, users.
I did wonder if there was some technical difficulties going on there because
Oh, nope. We got more.
the Tryndamere, even if it was going top lane, surprised me quite a bit to see that coming out. So, back in, take 2 on game 2, folks. Option 12 and Gale Force. Hopefully, just going to get through this pick and ban phase very quickly, all the way down to Fat Jackalope's pick at 80 carry. Although he might be picking for Stelio, because Stelio did first pick the Ezreal for Gale Force, so would imagine there will be a swap there.
And Sig, I do not have that much money to buy PCs for 50 plus people. I wish I was.
I shall endure.
An Arcane, of course, I would make yours a little purple. Sig, if you come to my place of living, I will give you a potato chip.
Sounds like a trap.
I mean, it might be. 49 plus. Kenos, I'm including casters in this because I want a single chip. Hivesbane, no. I'm going to give him a whole chip, not half a chip. No, then definitely not the bottom of a Pringles can. He is definitely more than that.
No, the bottom has all the crumbs if you're not any delicious.
What's the worst that could happen?
Ah, true. Well, flavoring goes.
All that delicious artificial flavoring.
Mm-hmm. Alright, are we back to where we were? Almost.
One more ban. Come on, option 12.
There's always another
Takes a
way.
second to remember what you did, because there was a lot of picks and bans going through.
All right,
Darius.
so Darius.
Okay.
We exchange one angry man with a big sword for an angry man with a big axe.
Yeah, might as well. I want to see Darius dunks out of you, please. Thank you, Stelio.
Yeah, if it's not Dunkmaster Darius, I think I'm going to have to automatically give the Skin Showdown to option 12.
Not really. Oh, Varus, you called it.
And I
Dude, your
think
profit hat is just huge tonight.
the Lulu is still available for Ashaway. Otherwise, the Sona could come out once again. It was very successful in game 1.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
There it is.
There it is. Sona.
Oh, Tarek, the beautiful man himself. Oh, it's the Tarek Ezreal lane. Oh, let the memes begin. Have at it, chat.
Have at it. Nah, it's definitely the Tarek jungle. I need to see it again in my lifetime.
Oh, man. Gale Force there just going with all the couples. Had Zaya Rakan. Now we have Tarek Ezreal.
So,
Tarek Ezreal's a better couple.
me being the ignorant person I am, is that actually a thing?
No, it's just...
Okay.
I'm just memeing at this point.
Okay. If I see that on Reddit later, I know who to blame. But anyways.
So in any case, looking at these team compositions, I mean, similar to game 1 with both teams running tank top laners, carry junglers.
And Shaken and Deformed Ape still couldn't flip to the mid and jungle correctly. I actually didn't see if they were going bot first for jungles. I think they were. Anyways. Yeah, I do have to agree with you. Kind of just, again, kind of just generic teams that you would expect. Nothing really too interesting.
I'm excited to see if Deformed Ape can have a big impact on this Rengar, though, because Rengar is one of those champions where, you know, the whole game can just be dictated by a champion like this if he gets ahead.
Right.
And after, I mean, Deformed Ape fell behind pretty quickly in game 1, so it would be nice to see for his sake to see him get off to a good start here, make a pretty big impact on this game. On the side of option 12, though, it's just, you know, there's so much safety from the Karma, the Shen, the Sona. There's a lot of sustain, a lot of shields. Going to be difficult for Deformed Ape to burst down a squishy through all that stuff.
Yep. It's... I don't know. I kind of feel like this... I would say that this is going to be a slower game, but I'm not 100% certain. It's definitely... I do have to agree with you. It's going to depend on Deformed Ape's Rengar, because you need to kind of have a presence throughout the game, right? But it's on him. Although I am interested to see how Fat Jackalope and Poison Ivy utilizes Ezreal Tart bot against the Varus Sona. We've seen Ace and Ashaway use this before. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Really just depends on if Jackalope and Poison Ivy are going to be able to bring cards to the table and get burst on them. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. I might agree with you, Kenneth, though. I'm not liking Gale Force's teams as much as I like Option 12's.
Yeah, Option 12's team is just very balanced. Has all the components you would look for in a team, I think. Maybe a little lacking on front line, but with so many shields and things, they might be able to make up for that. So much for Gale Force, I think, is going to come down to the use of Cosmic Radiance from Poison Ivy in these team fights, presumably, or skirmishes even, because that's just such a key ultimate that can mitigate so much damage or be completely useless if used incorrectly.
Correct. Yep.
So as we head into game 2, just want to once again shout out Foster Adventure, give them a thanks for supporting the LCUS. Option 12 looking for a 2-0 here, which if not for the remake could have potentially been done in under an hour. Won't happen at this point, but man, would that have been impressive. And if they get the 2-0, they will at least temporarily leapfrog Blitzkrieg for first place in the standings here in Split 4. Blitzkrieg to come in their next split of games. Option 12 trailing them by a single point right now. Gale Force sitting with a single point, tied for last in the standings. Would feel good to at least get one out of this week, though.
Heck yeah. I'll be the guy with the underdogs. Come on, Gale Force, you can do this. Be damned if I don't agree with your team choice.
And it is Dunkmaster Darius, so that's good. Good job, Stelio.
Ace, how many times do I have to tell you? You gotta get more skins. I do have to condone you for getting a skin for your previous champ, but come on, man. If you're gonna use Varus as much as you have, come on.
No Varus skin, no Rengar skin. So both teams
making it
lacking a
hard.
skin on each side. Oh, Ashaway switched away from Arcade Sona. So Nero skin showdown. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Gale Force this time around.
I might have to go against you. Go with option 12. I don't know. I just quickly glanced at their skins, and now I'm in the game, and now I kind of enjoy that. I don't know. I'm just not that enthused about Elven Tarek.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Does Tarek really have any great skins?
I mean, it's a dude that has gems and flamboyant. I mean, writes itself. It really should. He really should have amazing skins. A little bit of aggression early on in the game.
Yeah, Marcus landing an inner flame onto Shaken, and also dodging the light binding. Dodges another one. Shaken should have time to heal back up before this laning phase begins. But Gale Force just trying to get a little bit of poke in. No intent to actually step into the jungle. Not sure if they're where they're standing on a ward, but they will. Jackalope looking for more poke, actually. Lands a Mystic Shot onto Marcus.
Okay, Jackalope. I see you showing off a little bit before the game starts. But now they know all of your strats, okay? You're going to shoot through the wall, and you're just going to run away. What does that do for you?
You're going to poke with Q. Very original strategy for Ezreal.
Mm-hmm.
Deformed Ape starting on the top side of the jungle. So we will have desync jungle, which is always a little more exciting in my opinion. Jackalope lands another Q.
10 out of 10.
And Marcus lands another Q as well onto Shaken. So about 25% of the health bar of that Lux already gone. And if you're Ashway, you have to be a little bit careful of how many Qs you take from Fat Jackalope, because those Mystic Shots hurt early on. And Sona is about as squishy as they come at this point in the game.
Hivesbane, I'm going to need you to calm down. I know that you're excited to see the Ezreal mechanics that are totally original, but please. About 11 right now. Bring it down to a 10.
Both bottom lanes level 2 now, neither getting a quick advantage. See how aggressive Stelio is up in the top lane here as Prowler has shown up looking for a gank. They land the taunt. Great Beard of Odin gets onto him. Prowler gonna apply the red buff. There's the Fear Tether. He does get out of it, so Stelio forced to burn the flash, but another successful gank from Prowler early in the game.
There we go.
Ooh, Ace missed a cannon minion. Feels bad, man. And Fat Jackalope landing a lot of poke onto Ace. They get the Dazzle down as well, but unfortunately Fat Jackalope wasn't in position to be able to follow up, and actually option 12 comes out on the better of that trade.
Look for a small opening. There you go. Jackalope was going to come up. Ace is going to definitely make him hurt. And thank you, Hivesbane, for bringing it down.
So Deformed Ape is about to get the second of the Scuttle Crabs. He already got the top half, and he's going to secure the second one as well. Prowler did get a free flash up in the top lane, though. So both junglers with productive starts. Oh, Stelio gets the pullback on the Great Beard of Odin. A lot of damage coming down onto this Shen and forced to flash away.
There we go.
So both top laners without flash now.
It's one in my book, folks.
Dazzle misses from Poison Ivy that time, and Jackalope is basically out of mana, as is Shaken in this mid lane, so a couple members of Gale Force gonna have to look for back timers in the near future, I would think.
Still poking with that Q.
So a much less explosive start to this game, too, than we saw in Game 1, but we're only 5 minutes, so...
We're at about a decent simmer. Just wait till it boils over. I mean, the aggression is there. Just really looking for that opening. Surprised not any like insane dives from Prowler yet.
Reined himself in so far. Doesn't have the paranoia yet, so can't
true.
literally go flying across the map under a tower yet.
Sorry, it's just that I expect it now after levels be damned.
Of course. So Deformed Ape and Prowler, let's see, I think they're about even. Prowler with about a half-level lead, and they get in onto Shaken, they get the root down, and Prowler flashes on him, gets the big auto attack down. First blood for option 12.
There we go.
And Shaken, low on mana for a while there, had the teleport, but didn't want to recall and then burn it to get back to lane. Sticks around maybe a little bit too long, gets punished. Another pull on a Great Beard of Odin, but he does have a level advantage on Stelio up there. Deformed Ape is coming in, but I don't think that they have kill potential yet, as Stelio does not yet have the Noxian Guillotine. Now he does. Great Beard of Odin immediately respects that.
Deformed Ape is just sitting there.
Can he land the pull? He's going to have to land the pull through the taunt. Doesn't get it. Here comes teleport from Lismakis up to the top lane. And it is canceled by the root from Shaken. Can't get enough damage down, though. Lismak is able to just barely walk away, Shaken with nothing else to follow up. Did interrupt the teleport. And there's another pull on Great Beard of Odin. Stelio is pretty low on mana, though. I don't think he has the mana for a full combo. And option 12, without even us being able to look at it, quickly take a dragon.
There we go. That's sneaky option 12 right there.
I like seeing Stelio on this Darius as opposed to last game on the Scion, because it gives him more potential to make plays up in that top lane, to actually be in a position to maybe carry some fights.
Makes you think if he just played Scion to get it away from Odin. But
Yeah, it's quite possible.
definitely a little bit more comfortable with this champ.
So 1,000 gold lead for option 12. They did pick up the Drake as well. It was a Cloud Drake, not necessarily the most consequential of the Drakes, but if you can get it for free, why not? Move around the map a little faster, especially when you rotate so efficiently like option 12 does. You can maximize that movement speed bonus.
If it's free, it's for me, man.
And a quick little blue buff transfer from Prowler over to Lysimachus. Next Drake will be a Mountain Drake. I'd expect that one to be a little bit more contested. And Prowler's up in the top lane again, forcing Stelio to respect his presence. He will clear out 2 wards, actually, it looks like. And Lysimachus was rotating up as well, just in case there was some aggression. So you see the coordination of option 12. Even if something doesn't happen, they're prepared for it too. And right back, here comes Gale Force with a rotation in the mid lane. They get onto Shaken. Can he at least get some damage down? Because the rest of the team is coming. They jump in. There's Deformed Ape. He gets one back onto Prowler, and another one goes down onto Makis. So that time, Gale Force make the proactive play. They bring the bottom lane up, and option 12, they decide to engage right as everyone else is arriving.
There we go. That's what you need to do, Gale Force. Now they're going to get some decent damage on the mid lane tower here.
This turret may go down, actually. There's a lot of damage coming out of the Rengar and the Ezreal here.
Prowler's being a little bit too slow. Yeah, this will be a good...
Yeah, no way for Great Beard of Odin to join without a champion to stand united too. So first turret, 2 kills. All of a sudden a 900 gold lead for Gale Force. Great play.
There we go.
Trade back in the bottom lane from option 12 spot lane. But that first turret bonus is what really matters.
have to say, I do like Gale Force putting a little bit more wards down. Maybe they were listening to me. And there's that Q. Amazing. 10 out of 10.
Through a wall once again. We'll see where the next move comes now. Option 12, they are quickly counter pushing in the mid lane. We'll see if they get collapsed on though, because a lot of Gale Force is nearby. Final Spark comes across just to clear a bunch of the wave, but doesn't do too much damage.
That was almost
Now
a
we've
wet
got
dream
both
for Shaken right there. 3 champs in a line.
Both sides now with 3 strong in the mid lane, and both junglers and top laners are near that side. Prowler's the one making the move towards the mid lane though. True Shot Barrage comes out for wave clear. Ooh, that's a big inner flame that lands. Shaken taken down to about 30% HP before being healed up by Poison Ivy.
Oh, fat check.
Arrow comes out. They get the root down onto Ace, but he follows right back with the Chain of Corruption. There is the Cosmic Radiance coming out. Dazzle misses. And overall, that doesn't mitigate much as Prowler showed up and I think scared them from trying to re-engage. Option 12 winning the poke battle here in the mid lane, though. They will get a few shots down onto this turret. But now it's a 5-man collect from Gale Force. 3-man apprehend from Stelio. He gets in onto a nice crescendo from Ashaway to try to stop the fight from progressing any further. She may be able to limp away into the river. Meanwhile, Stelio is forced away, and nobody dies in that suddenly explosive engagement.
Eh? What? I want my money back.
That's one of those movies that has a great premise, but no ending.
Alright.
Option 12, they did come out much better in terms of health bars, though, and so they rotate up to the Rift Herald. Looks like they'll be able to take that, and Maka's getting a little bit more chip damage onto that turret. I didn't see how many people that crescendo from Ashaway hit, but I think it could have been very important because Stelio had 3 guys grouped up, was hitting them with the Q, and there was no follow-up damage. And I think it was because that crescendo stopped a lot of it. Malphus is taken pretty low. Got to be a little careful here.
Let's heal a little bit, thanks to Ashaway. Sticking around. Still, they just want this mid tower out.
Yeah, option 12, they are really, really trying to bully this thing down. They have the sustain of Sona, they have the shields from Karma, and they have superior wave clear. So eventually, they do take it down.
There we go.
And regain a slight gold lead. Oh, nope, just as I say that. We are dead even at 18.9. Mountain Drake is up. Reaper of Odin getting free time in the top lane, though, does still have his teleport available. Won't be able to use the Stand United to join, though. And so Gale Force, they quickly move in. Will Greatbeard of Odin channel the teleport to join? He has an abundance of wards to choose from. But the Drake's going to be gone. Ace stole it with the piercing arrow. My goodness.
Ooh, feels bad, man. Press
That's
F
a
to pay
heartbreaker.
respects.
Greatbeard of Odin didn't even use the teleport. Stelio uses it to get back up to the top lane. So all of a sudden, option 12, they steal away the Mountain Drake, and they have a teleport advantage to work with for the next 5 minutes. In addition to, of course, how Shen always has sort of a natural teleport advantage with his ultimate.
Come on, Ninja.
Oh,
Go.
Stelio looking for the kill finally on Greatbeard of Odin, but a nice use of the Spirit's Refuge blocks a little bit of damage. Stelio looking to run this down. He gets 5 stacks, but doesn't pop the guillotine.
Gotta be careful here, man.
Here comes Prowler and Deformed Ape. Both junglers are up here. Both could jump in at any moment. Prowler sees Deformed Ape. Deformed Ape hasn't seen him. Deformed Ape has a level advantage and the red buff. He might be able to fight this, but he's trying to run away. Oh, Marcus has shown up as well. Deformed Ape went the wrong way. Now trying to run away the other way. Thrill of the hunt is not very thrilling when you're running away from the hunt, but it will disengage the fight. Deformed Ape escapes with his life with the help of his team showing up. Now Gale Force trying to counter push in the mid lane. A lot of time with pushes in mid lane, it's not so much about trying to get towers, it's just that you gain so much control over the map, ability to place down wards in the jungle and things by having your minion wave pushed up.
Alright.
And now option 12 in classic option 12 style. The bot lane now up in the top lane, looking to finish this third outer turret. It's like clockwork the way this team operates when they have a lead in the early game, even if it is a very slight one.
Stelio is just doing his darndest to shove them off.
Oh, the apprehend misses though, and that's a big cooldown. You don't have to be very afraid of the Darius once that's gone.
Yeah. Though it is nice that his teammates are coming to help him out. Lizmak is able to get shaken in the bush. That's going to be a dead shaken.
Huge damage. Meanwhile, Prowler in the bot lane takes down Fat Jackalope. Option 12 winning all over the map. Chain of Corruption lands. Poison Ivy drops as well. And Option 12 explodes into a 2,000 gold lead, and it'll be more from this top lane turret in just a moment.
This is what we were just talking about. Option 12 able to go across the match, win, and now just go down lane. Rengar, I don't think you're going to be able to do nothing, but...
Oh, Rift Herald summoned in the bot lane as well, so this bot lane inner might go down as well. Delio's coming. We'll see if Prowler backs up before he gets the turret. Yes, he will respect it. True Shot Barrage was used as well to clear out that wave, but Option 12, meanwhile, they're 4 strong against no resistance up in the top lane. It's amazing how just in the last maybe minute and 20 seconds, Option 12 has grown their lead by about 3,000. They do catch on to Prowler. The fear saved him for a moment, but Stelio flashes in to pick up a kill with the Decimate.
Sad day.
Another Mountain Drake to come up in a little while, but both teams sort of just, well, showing. Oh, we do have a pause. Got some technical issues, it looks like, unfortunately.
All right. Got some technical issues. Continuing from the champ select.
So taking stock of what has happened in just the last couple of minutes, Option 12, Prowler got on to Fat Jackalope in the bottom lane. Got an easy solo kill down there, and Option 12 just finding the collapse in the top lane.
We good. All right.
Back into the game we go. Deformed Ape is a little bit beyond enemy lines, but no one from Option 12 finds him.
He's a sneaky kitty.
Reaper Loden looking to push up this bottom lane, but the minion wave is already pretty far up, so he'll probably just kill a few minions there and then back off. Although the rest of Option 12 pressuring a lot. Big long-range ultimates. Look at that Chain of Corruption. Lands onto both carries, and Lysimachus finishes off Fat Jackalope. That was so much damage. Just artillery from both sides. You have the final spark and the True Shot Barrage from one side, the piercing arrow and the inner flames from the other. Prowler trying to solo down Deformed Ape in the bush. Who's going to win this? It's Deformed Ape who gets the final auto attack down. So the duel goes over to the kitty, but Option 12 wins the fight in the mid lane, and they get the bigger prize in the turret.
I can hear Prowler screams from here. Close fight. Still, Option 12 able to put on pressure in the mid lane. They are not going home yet, folks.
Yeah, it's an underrated thing about having shields like Karma provides, is that it can allow you to take a turret shot basically for free. So you're allowed to take a few more pot shots onto a turret even with no minion wave at basically no cost. Option 12 looks like they're trying to set up for this second Mountain Drake now. We'll be up in just under 30 seconds.
10 out of 10 Q.
Oh, Marcus has to flash away as he got pinched between Stelio and Fat Jackalope.
Goes into the warm embrace of Sona's arms. Is easy. Trying to do something to Kentos, but Jackalope and Poisonite. Wait, no. Shaken are both there. Excuse me, folks.
Beard of Odin still in the top lane without Stand United or Teleport available. So if Gale Force recognizes it, they could try to make other play. This was basically the exact position that we were in about 7 minutes ago when Ace got the steal with the piercing arrow on the first Mountain Drake. Marcus gets pulled in though. This could be a lot of trouble. Zonia's is popped, excuse me, that's a stopwatch, but gonna go down to Deformed Ape. Big crescendo from Ashway. They try to turn it around. Ace lands the damage onto Deformed Ape. That's the smite down, but there's another root coming out of Shaken. So much damage going over to the Sona. The last Q misses Jackalope. Can't make the Ezreal mechanics work that time. Ace is exhausted. They're trying to run him down on the turret. There's a lot of damage. Can they land one more spell? No, Shaken doesn't have it available yet. So it's a 1-for-1 in that jungle, but Greatbeard of Odin all this time been pushing onto the inhibitor turret now.
Did anybody notice how awesomely Ashway just slinked away? Because I know that Gale Force didn't.
Yeah, got out after a 3-man crescendo really helped them to pick up that kill right back. Ace is doing so much damage right now. Just melting people with those piercing arrows, the blight stacks.
I do have to say, it seems like the Gale Force has been respecting Vision a little bit more. At least clearing out stuff from option 12.
Absolutely a much better performance from Gale Force here in Game 2. Greatbeard of Odin, though, has Stand United available now. And option 12, they are right back to that Mountain Drake. Meanwhile, Gale Force a little slower in their recall timers, and they are not heading back to that objective. So option 12, they get the trade in the river. They managed to deter things while Greatbeard of Odin wasn't available to join. And then they're the ones who go back quick. And get it, Final Spark? No. Good job by option 12. They stalled DPS there, seeing the laser coming. Deformed Ape takes the time to try to get vision control over the Baron pit. But he's between Prowler and Greatbeard of Odin. This could be a scary situation for the Kitty Cat. They don't have vision for Paranoia at this point, though. And now the rest of Gale Force has arrived to save the Rengar. Now Greatbeard of Odin could get collapsed upon. Stelios behind him. Deformed Ape is behind him. This is going to have to be a heck of an escape from the Shen if he wants to get out of this. No flash available. Taunts back over the wall, but Deformed Ape jumps on him, gets the Bola strike down. The rest of option 12 is rotating up, though. How long can Greatbeard of Odin stay alive? There is Prowler jumping in onto Deformed Ape. Wants revenge for that duel in the bush. Now they switch their focus to Stelio. He's going to go down, and he's second now. Gets the dunk, but it's not enough. And option 12, they rotate up, they save their Shen, and they get 2 kills for it.
Protect the Shen is the name of the game here today, folks. No Shen left behind. Saving Private Shen. I could go on.
And option 12 now pushing onto this top lane inhibitor turret, which is already at half health, courtesy of Greatbeard of Odin's split push. A couple of minutes ago, Prowler gets in there. They land a root onto Ashaway, but there's no follow-up damage. And Ace is going to take that down with a few more arrows. Poison Ivy forced away. A lot of blight stacks on him. Has to respect that. Piercing Arrow chips him down pretty low. Cosmic Radiance is available, but without a front line, probably don't want to use that yet. Can they save the inhibitor? They get the stun, or excuse me, the root onto Ashaway and the final spark. Flash from Jackalope. They've got a teleport flank from Stelio. He takes down Wismakis. Now he's onto Ace. Can Gale Force perhaps turn this into a Baron? They tried Baron last game, but they are much closer in terms of gold this time around. They're healthier. Looks like they're looking for it. Prowler is alive. True shot barrage used to try to clear that wave in the mid lane. The ward just went Baron, so option 12 has to know that this is happening. Prowler's moving over, and he will have Paranoia available in just a few seconds. If they can get vision, he'll be able to join, but it looks like he's actually going to go try to push mid. So option 12, they've made the call to concede this Baron after getting caught overreaching in the top lane for that inhibitor.
So close to getting there, but
Jackalope. Oh, Jackalope gets caught. Flash taunt from Greatbeard of Odin. And the crescendo, he can't get over the wall. He's gonna go down. Wow, just overstaying a little bit. Jackalope, he arcane shifted forward to get a Q down onto Ashaway when she first showed up, and then didn't have that cooldown available to get back over the wall.
Feels bad. That's one less Baron that they have to worry about. Baron buff. Now we got Stelio in, waiting for something. Teammates in tow. Top lane might get a little bit bloody.
Beard of Odin and Shaken facing off in the bottom lane. It's going to be an interesting Baron power play on the side of Gale Force because they're in such a defensive position that they're not really set up. Oh, nice root comes out on Deformed Ape. There's Prowler popping the Paranoia, and there's so much damage going on to Stelio. He is forced away. Cosmic Radiance comes out. Gale Force, they're running away during the invulnerability, though. Now Poison Ivy tries to re-engage. Option 12 will just back off and wait out that cooldown. Great Beard of Odin is making progress in the bottom lane by himself.
Going on a business trip, top laner. Doing a good job.
Oh, they land the root, though, down onto Ace. He is taken really well. Gets apprehended by the Darius. Stelio gets into the middle of the team. Ace is absolutely going to go down. Fat Jackalope gets the kill. Now it's Deformed Ape into the backline, but Prowler is going to take him down. Great Beard of Odin is zoning out so much of the fight, but he is going to drop. Fat Jackalope got 2 in that fight. That's a lot of much-needed gold going over to that Ezreal. And Option 12 again forced away, and again they couldn't finish the inhibitor. Gale Force doing a great job on these inhibitor defenses. That's twice now that Option 12 have gotten in there, look to be in an advantageous position, and Gale Force just pulls the trigger and fends them off.
Definitely going into the favor of Gale Force right now. It seems like just poor positioning on Option 12. Or just bad stuns. Able to focus on Ace, take him out of the play, and just go from there.
Yeah, Ace stepped up there trying to get a few auto attacks down on that inhibitor, but he didn't really have the front line in place to give him the safety for that. With Great Beard of Odin being split pushing, sure the Shen can arrive, but if the Shen doesn't arrive until after your AD carry is dead, the fight's already lost. And Prowler is building damage, so he's not going to be able to soak up that stuff for you as they catch on to Lysimachus, barely able to survive. The crescendo comes back from Ashaway. That damage is huge from Ace. They turn around on Poison Ivy. Blast Cone will save him temporarily. Last piercing arrow just doesn't land onto Taric. Both teams look like they'll be able to walk away from that encounter unscathed.
Wow. Jeez. Coming back from the dead and having a vengeance.
Now, Deformed Ape is lurking around in the jungle here. Great Beard of Odin does not have Stand United available, does have Teleport. A lot of the time in these fights, though, the shield from Stand United is almost as important as the teleport aspect of it. Can keep someone from getting bursted down, or at least for a moment. But Option 12, that's a third Mountain Drake. Collapse coming down, looking for Great Beard of Odin. But Deformed Ape won't find him. Will find a pink ward. And now Option 12. So much extra damage to structures and objectives. We're going to watch these structures just absolutely melt. Gale Force is going to have their finger on that trigger again and pull it quickly. Great Beard of Odin has found Deformed Ape up in the top lane and once again Thrill of the Hunt used defensively. Great Beard of Odin can take down that top lane inhibitor by himself, though, if he's unchecked. Option 12, this Force squad should just try to buy time. Marcus lands a big inner flame down onto Poison Ivy. That's so much damage. Summoner Heal is forced out from Jackalope to save Poison Ivy. And there's Chain of Corruption to stop Deformed Ape in his track. Ace is once again the most forward member of his team, though, so he has to have the fancy feet to get away from the light bindings, or this push could stall out again very quickly.
And while this is going on, we got Shen in the top lane.
Yeah, they're actually sending 2 up there, which should be Option 12's key to go. Prowler has actually moved to the mid lane, though, so no numbers advantage in the bottom lane. It's a very good job by Gale Force stalling this push in the bottom lane. Option 12 with 3 Mountain Drakes, but if you can never even get 1 attack onto the turret, it doesn't matter. Looks like they'll just take a blue buff steal and go and spend some gold.
A little bit of a slower game this matchup. Gale Force showing a very good defense this time around. How long can they hold out, though? That's the question. Can they get a couple of good picks and then move themselves up?
When you look at these team compositions, it's hard for me to really decide who I give the late game edge to. Neither team really has the traditional, crit-based hyper carry, AD carry. Neither team really has a Cassiopeia or someone like that who's gonna hard carry from the mid lane. So I'm not sure either team really has a definitive scaling advantage here. I'm wondering if perhaps Nocturne falls off a little more than Rengar. Maybe stays able to burst down squishies more so than Nocturne longer into the game. Help us out, chat. Guest analysis. 20 seconds until Baron respawns. Option 12 got a little greedy and lost the first one. But Gale Force weren't able to really get anything out of it. Sort of just started this stall, which has now lasted a good 7-8 minutes. And the Scuttle Crab just went away on the side of Gale Force. So option 12 around it. There's the 3 Mountain Drakes doing work. Look at how quick this thing is dropping. Gone. Sorry, Purple Worm. You didn't deserve that. 3 Mountain Drakes and option 12 conspire to just nuke the Baron down. And this is going to make that stall so much more difficult for Gale Force now.
Ooh, Odin getting pinched again.
Yeah, Great Beard of Odin. Dealing good damage back to Deformed Ape, though. And it's a 4 against 3 in the stop lane. Here comes the teleport. Option 12. They should try to disengage immediately. Ashway's pretty far forward. Stelio is rooted up, though. They get the Chain of Corruption down. He has to flash away. Cosmic Radiance is used as well. Maybe he could have stayed in there. Ashway gets pulled back in, though, and goes down in a heap. Prowler pops the Paranoia, but decides not to jump in. Ace actually gets the Stand United. Prowler could have jumped in with that, but instead Great Beard of Odin will join. They take down Deformed Ape. Stelio is very low in the middle of the fight. There are so many people from Gale Force. Just one attack from going down. There go 2 of them. Great Beard of Odin cleans up that fight once he arrives, and I think option 12 now finally have gotten the fight they needed to break this game open, maybe even end it. Oh, one more taunt from Great Beard of Odin onto Fat Jackalope. Down goes the Ezreal. And option 12. A little bit more resistance in game 2. But still somewhat comfortable on their side. They take the 2-0 and at least temporarily hop into first place in the standings.
There we go, folks. Wow. Option 12 falling a little bit off, but still showing a commanding performance. Able to slap Gale Force back in the face and get the win. Let's see if I can actually get the graphs for these guys this time. Wow, I actually not expecting that. This Marcus out damaged Ace a little bit there.
Yeah, see the Poke Champion's really dominating the damage chart there. I guess that's not really too unexpected.
No, nothing really out of the ordinary here. Alright, well, what can we say about those games? Option 12, what the heck, man, calm down. Just showing a very commanding performance, macro play as usual. Taking control of the map, shoving down mid lane. Well done to that team. Gale Force, again, kind of said it at the beginning. Gale Force able to show that they're a team to contend with. Showing early promise, but then not really able to confirm anything. And it seems like that they learned from their mistakes too from the first game. Even with how quick it was, they were putting more vision down. They were kind of anticipating how option 12 was going to play out, but still, just seems like that they got outplayed.
Yep. All right. Well, we got a interview with the victorious Prowler, so we'll hop over to the interview room, chat for a moment with Option 12's jungler.
Let's go. Hey, Prowler.
Hey, Prowler, how you doing?
Hey, good to be in the interview room again.
Yeah, congrats on the 2-0.
Appreciate it. That gets us our 10 and 10 all but guarantees you playoffs, so I'm looking forward to extending my season again.
Absolutely. So, you guys were able to run pretty similar team compositions, both games 1 and 2 there. After it was, so dominant in game 1, the way you guys came out, were you surprised to see them not try to take away some of the elements like Shen or Nocturne away from you in the ban phase in game 2?
I think Option 12 is a really scary team, and you're so worried about other aspects. We saw Ashway's Morgana be targeted twice, and I know that's really scary for lane. Anything that can get Ace ahead is just awful to deal with. So I understand that they were targeting the lane phase, and then we were able to just use our comp to push for the late game.
Sounds good. So, one thing I've noticed with you, and I apologize, I don't mean this as an insult, but you are a very, very aggressive jungler. We saw in game 1 you flashed over the Dragon Pit wall trying to run down Deformed Ape, ended up giving up First Blood. Is that just, is that something that your teammates ever try to rein in on you, or are they just happy to let you do your thing knowing that most of the time it'll work out?
They're definitely happy. There's a lot of trust. We've played a lot of games together. They're happy to let me be aggressive, especially on Nocturne, which is my most comfortable pick in the jungle. I think it's been banned out quite a bit, and when it hasn't, we've been willing to play it. It sucks that we couldn't get that kill on Deformed Ape, especially in the first one because of the Lux roaming down, but that happens. I think being aggressive early on a team that's so good at the late game either creates this huge advantage early that we use to snowball, or if it doesn't, we can play to the late game and we'll just settle in.
Want to ask one, Nickel?
You took my question, man. I was going to ask him why he was jumping on for our friend Kenos in the chat. No, man, all I got to say to you, well done. Able to show that Nocturne ain't no pushover. Definitely you were sticking to your guns, man, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, Nocturne's kind of the Yorick of the jungle for me, I'd say. It's one of those picks that no one quite knows how to deal with, and it usually ends up getting banned away from me.
No, that's why. You heard it here first, folks. Ban the Nocturne. Anyways, I'm kidding.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Prowler. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Congrats
absolutely.
On the 2-0.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, that's it for the first set of matches, but please do not go anywhere. We do have a couple more sets coming up. Next up, we got Blitzkrieg versus Phoenix. Please do not go anywhere.